Hi, I'm Chris from BikeReview.com.au, and today I'm having a look at Kawasaki's Versys-X 300. It's a lambs legal adventure styled bike. Kawasaki aren't saying it's a full-on adventure bike, but obviously, as you can see, the styling is very much derived from that genre. Where the Kawasaki Versys-X really excels is just as an all-rounder. Despite being a tall bike with obviously the quite tall front end and a reasonably tall seat height, not too extreme, but still larger than a lot of the lambs offerings, is that it carries its weight exceptionally well. It's very light once you're riding it. Handles beautifully, it's very neutral handling. Steering lock is perfect for a learner. You know, you can pull it to full lock, you're not feeling like you're going to be falling over. In the sand, obviously, a little bit different, but again, that's not what it's for. It's more of a touring machine, and it's got that little bit of off-road prowess, which is going to make it a really good flexible option for somebody. Now, looking at the specs, looks quite basic. It does have the Ninja 300 engine in it. The gearing's been revised quite a bit, and there's a number of other changes which you can read about in our full test. However, basically what they've done is they've put in shorter gears. Now, first gear is really short. When you take off, basically you want to change straight out of it. However, you can start this bike in second gear. So you can start from a stop, even on a slide uphill. That's not going to be a drama. Probably not recommended for a really new rider. However, for everyone else, no problem at all. Like I was saying, obviously I'm a more experienced rider. So to me, this bike is great fun. It's got good performance. The brakes are adequate without being anything that I'd really write home about. But the styling is something that really standds out. It looks beautiful. They've put a lot of effort into making this bike look good, and I think they've done a great job. And obviously with the green, it looks really nice, and it's really obviously a Kawasaki. In some ways it's basic. It does have the same power as, say, the Z300, which is also derived off the Ninja engine. And it's got a digital multifunction display, so that's quite snazzy. It's got this nice tall screen, great vision through the mirrors, no electronics. It's got ABS, which is good. It works really well. And spoked wheels, quite a basic exhaust. It almost looks and feels a bit like a single, but it is actually a parallel twin. And with a slipper clutch, it's beautiful to ride. It's really nice and smooth. The fueling that they've done on this is really good. And as I was saying, with that short gearing in first gear, it can actually pick that front wheel up if you're a bit too aggressive on the throttle. But generally speaking, it's going to be an ideal first bike for a learner who's looking for something a little bit taller and larger, or for someone with a little bit more experience looking for kind of a tourer, which is going to do a little bit of everything. The seat is very hard, unfortunately. That's something that I think probably needs a bit of padding. I would say they've probably done that to try and keep the seat height as low as possible, so it's lacking a bit of that padding that it could have. However, with that said, it's a small niggle. Obviously, you've got the grab rails on the back. It's got a good mounting point for a top box, which is something that if you're doing longer Ks on, might be recommended. But overall, awesome fun. It handles the freeway with no problem. Obviously, you're quite high in sixth gear. Generally speaking, you can be in sixth gear for most of your riding. Once you're doing, say, 60 or 70 kilometers an hour, it'll pull strongly from quite low. And at, say, 120 kilometers an hour, you're doing 9,000 RPM, and it does still have more power to offer. So it's not like you're constrained on the road. However, for somebody coming off a much more powerful bike like a 600, you'll notice that top end is limited. But the engine's very free revving. You can rev through the gears really nice and hard, and you can have a lot of fun doing so. That's probably what really appealed to me about this bike. You can actually get the most out of it. Most road bikes, not so much in the lambs category, but just generally, you've got so much power. You know, you never get close to using even small percentage of it. Whereas with this, you can enjoy, the majority of the bike. You can have a good fang on it. You can have a lot of fun. Took it through the twisties. Sitting at the 80 posted speed limit was fun. Bike handled it well. Had plenty of extra power if I needed it, and it was just beautiful to ride through, nice and nimble. Partially, of course, thanks to those thinner tyres. And when I took it off-road, like I am here, it handles that with ease. Really, really nice thing to ride, really easy, and just something that I highly recommend, especially considering this is 6,399 plus on roads. That's a real bargain, especially for something that's boasting a parallel twin engine, has the performance this has on offer, and is just this good a package. Read the full test on BikeReview.com.au, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and look us up on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you.